I am so happy to welcome Ron May. Ron is the director of Buffalo Theatre Ensemble's first show of the season, Holmes and Watson, and he's here to give us a scoop on this show. Welcome, Ron.
Thank you.
So, this is a murder mystery.
Yeah.
So my first question is, who did it?
It's not so much a who done it as a who is it.
Okay.
At the very beginning of the show, the show takes place 3 years after Holmes died at Reichenbach. And Watson gets a call from a doctor who runs an insane asylum on a remote island and says that I have 3 patients here, all of whom claim to be Sherlock Holmes, all of whom have really, really good backup and information, so we need you to come and decide which one is the real Holmes. So Watson goes to the island and hijinks ensues.
Fun. So it's a twisty-turny. You're trying to figure out not who done it, but which one is it?
Yeah.
And is it twisty-turny?
Very. Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
Are you going to tell us?
No.
No, we have to come see it.
Yep, you got to keep the secrets.
We have to keep the secrets.
Yeah.
So what attracts you to the show, to direct the show?
I was actually not creatively involved, but Arizona Theater Company. I'm from Arizona, and my day job is at Arizona Theater Company. And Holmes and Watson was the last production that our outgoing artistic director, David Ewer Goldstein, directed. And he has a close relationship with Jeffrey Hatcher.
The author.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the playwright. So Connie just called and asked if I would be interested in directing, and I said, of course I would. So.
How exciting.
Yeah.
So you're back in the Chicago area to direct the show for Buffalo Theatre Ensemble, but this is home, right? Mm-hmm. You grew up in the area?
Yeah, I grew up in Lombard.
You did?
Yeah, grew up in Lombard. I am actually an alum of COD. I went to Glenbard East, then COD, and yeah, I grew up in this area.
Isn't that awesome? So you've come full circle.
Yeah.
It must be nice to be back as a director now.
It's exciting. I haven't, since I've been to Arizona, I haven't been able to come back for a whole lot of things, and typically when I have, it's been because of some sort of tragedy, because there's been an illness or a family member or something. So coming back for a really exciting reason has been great.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Thanks.
So the show opens and it runs for about 5 weeks. You only have 5 weeks to see it. And I know the pre-sales are strong.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So get your tickets soon if you're going to go look at it. What is, would you say is the biggest challenge you've had directing the show?
I think the biggest challenge, because it's very wordy. I mean, the whole mystery sort of gets shrouded in dropping little clues here and there. And I think with every play, you're always focused on making sure that the actors are understood and that their projection and diction is really good. But with a play that is as intricately plotted as this one is, if an audience misses anything, it would be really easy to get confused. So making sure that all of the really important things land without over stressing them, so it's not really
without an
obvious.
arrow going, pay attention.
Yeah, this is a clue. Yeah. So that's been a big challenge. And also, because it's so well written and so intricately plotted, it's important. I have a number of really, really creative, resourceful actors, and you always want to encourage them to make whatever bold choices they want. But with a show like this, it's important too that they don't start adding things and adding other red herrings that would convolute the story even more.
Right.
So really, really reining everything in and making sure you just stick to the architecture of what the playwright wrote. So yeah, and it's been a lot of fun.
So are you, and you might have just have answered it, are you trying in any places to misdirect the audience?
I don't have to. The playwright has done it all for us.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's not even so much. It's a play that I know from experience, from having seen it in Arizona. It holds up to multiple viewings. You like to think that you're ahead of it, and then by the time it's over, you find out you really weren't. And even people who have some sort of gut instinct and say, I was able to figure it out early on, the reasons behind it and the other twists that happen at the end, they're usually not able to see those. So just about everybody, even if you can figure it out, you'll be surprised by something.
So I saw on Facebook that you had some photos of a fight call. So is it there a lot of physical?
Not a ton. There's enough though. It gets pretty heated because all of the people who are saying that they're Holmes, I mean, it's sort of live or die. So they're all willing to fight for Watson to pick
him.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds exciting. So who's in the show that we would know?
There are 3 ensemble members. Kurt Nabig is in it.
Okay.
He's one of the ensemble members, and he plays one of the Holmeses. Robin Coffin is in it, and she plays the matron.
Robin's on Chicago Fire, right?
Yeah.
How exciting.
Yeah, she's great.
She plays who?
She's the matron. She's one of the. She kind of just helps everything move smoothly.
Okay.
She's very. It's a behind-the-scenes character, but you can tell that she has a lot of power. And then Norm Waddell, who's also in the ensemble, is the lead. He's playing Watson, or not? Yes, Watson.
Fun.
Yeah, and then we have a number of really incredible community Chicago actors that are filling out the rest of the cast.
That's great. So what are you enjoying most about it? What do you want people to go home when they see the show? What do you want people to leave saying?
I think people will, and I hope that they leave sort of breathless and saying that was way more fun than I expected, and that I was on the edge of my seat a lot more than I expected to be. I think
love that.
It's easy. You hear Sherlock Holmes, and it's sort of, you think of this sort of dusty, and he's in a deerstalker cap, and it's going to be 2 men sitting around a table sort of casually talking about something. But the play is, there's an urgency behind it, you know, and it's a really exciting sort of roller coaster. And it's an exciting play.
So any challenges along the way, or has it been pretty smooth sailing?
For the most part, knock on wood, it's been pretty smooth sailing. There's accents, so the accents are always a little bit tricky because everybody's sort of from the same place. But the other thing, because like I said, making sure that everything is really, really understandable. We also don't want to load the accents so heavily that it's like when you watch Train Spotting and you need subtitles to understand what anyone's saying.
Yes.
So yeah, and sort of keeping the urgency of it going, because when it is a sort of procedural, I think the tendency is to want to, well, it's just 2 people talking about something. And so infusing everything with the kind of stakes that the play needs to really, really sing has been not necessarily challenging, but it's been probably the biggest core of the work we've been doing.
Well, it sounds like you have a really strong handle on the show. I really look forward to it. I love the twists and turns.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
All right. Well, we will all be looking forward to seeing this, so break a leg.
Thank you.
And we'll all be there to root you on. Get your tickets for Holmes and Watson before they sell out. The show will run September 5th through October 6th in the Playhouse Theater. For tickets or more information, visit atthemac.org or call the box office at 630-942-4000. Be sure to get your tickets to these great shows coming to the Mac. Chris Body is back by popular demand on September 21st. Come see New Philharmonic Orchestra perform one of Beethoven's greatest works, Ode to Joy, on September 28th and 29th. Learn about and celebrate the traditions of Dia de los Muertos with the musical family-friendly adventure Sugar Skull on October 4th. Join us for an evening with the Bodines on October 5th. Don't forget to get your tickets for our season kickoff pre-show party. The Kingdom Choir, who had an unforgettable performance during Harry and Meghan's royal wedding, will be at the Mac on October 6th. The spellbinding illusionist Reza will be here with the show Edge of Illusion on October 11th. On October 12th, come enjoy an evening with Branford Marsalis. For tickets and more information on these shows, visit atthemac.org or call 630-942-4000.